Hi there, yes, I'm outside filming this month's market update. Makes a nice change, the weather's lovely. I caught the property news this week, and one thing in particular caught my eye. I'm always catching up, of course, on what's happening in the market, but the Nationwide, they released their most recent house price index. Quite a change, and it was all about how property prices are the most affordable they've been for over a decade. We'll get into that in a moment. And it was super interesting because last month they were talking about how the end of the stamp duty was creating house price falls. Last month, 0.9% down. This month, 0.6% increase. But as I said, it wasn't really that caught my eye. It was more about this idea that property right now is the most affordable it's been for over a decade. And if we cut that apart, what they were talking about is the house price across the UK to earnings ratio. What does that mean? Well, they take the UK house price, the average house price, divide it up by the average earnings per household. And right now, apparently the average ratio is 5.75 times. So 5.75 sounds still quite a lot to me, but if you go back a couple of years ago to that post-COVID boom period, back then we're talking about 6.9 times. That was a scary moment because actually, if you want to try and find a moment where it was at that level, you've got to go all the way back to 2007, just pre-credit crunch for those that remember it. And we all know, of course, what happened at that time. So yes, apparently property prices are the most affordable they've been. What do we think about that? And is that the case? Well, we think about what's happening right now. Interest rates are at a lower level than they have been for some time, 4.25% as I sit here and talk to you today. And we're expecting in the next couple of days, there might be an interest rate reduction even further to 4%, and that's really just helping to improve affordability. And what else is going on? Well, of course, wage inflation has played a big part as well in helping ease the affordability gap that some people have been suffering from as wages have continued to rise over the last few years. And what does all this mean? Well, from where I sit, what we see is a market where if somebody's thinking about making that next property purchase, it looks like a pretty good environment to do that. Whether or not this report is to be believed in its entirety, of course, there's always lots of different opinions out there. And I'll try and pick up as I can through these updates, and as I always do, on those opinions that we think matter most to you. Really appreciate you watching this update. Please hit like and why not subscribe to our channel, and you'll get a notification of when we film our next one. Thanks so much for watching.